1, 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Remo Silentstroke Drumheads. Now, I like to show you guys new stuff. I like to show you guys stuff that I think could help out your drumming or could give you an opportunity to have a solution to a problem that you may be having. Now, these drum heads are a solution to the fact that drums are loud. That's basically the simplest way to put it. Drums are very loud, and a lot of times there are situations where you want to play your drums, but you can't play your drums because of the fact that it's too loud. Maybe you live in an apartment, maybe you have your parents or your grandparents or young children or something in your house, and so you can't play drums all the time. Now, that's what these drum heads are for. There are a lot of low volume practice methods, there are a lot of low volume practice tools, but these are a little bit different because instead of being something separate from your drum set, like a practice pad or like one of those practice drum sets that have the little pads on them, or something that goes on top of your drums, these are actually replacements for your drum heads that you can put on so you can practice and play like it's your actual kit, because it is your actual kit. Now, that's the coolest thing about these, in my opinion. That's the reason I wanted to show them to you, is because to be able to sit down behind your kit and be able to play it like it's your drum set, like it's the way you would normally have it, is really, really cool. Because that's the most important thing about practicing, is you want to practice like you want to perform. You want to practice the same things, so you want to be able to practice the same things. Sure, you can build your chops and you can work on your rudiments and you can work on your arm strength on a practice pad, but it doesn't just straight up move over to drum set the same exact way that it would if you had been practicing those rudiments across your actual drum set. And so, just to show you the actual volume of these things, this is my normal talking voice. I'm not talking any louder or any softer than I normally would be talking, and yet I'm still able to sit here and have a conversation with you while I play these drums. That is cool. Normally when I have to do drum lessons and when I do my videos and stuff that I talk, if I played the drums while I was talking, not only would you not be able to hear me at all, but like you could barely even tell I was talking. Like you wouldn't even be able to notice that there was a voice in there because drums are so loud. And that's how much softer these drums are. And so, of course, that is the biggest benefit from these drums, is that you're able to practice at a much, much, much lower volume. I think Remo said it's like 90% reduction in volume. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have like all the scientific measurements or anything to tell you guys whether or not that's accurate, but I will say that it is a lot softer, a lot quieter. And so I actually have a lot of people at the house right now, and normally I wouldn't be playing drums, but today I was able to film the videos I wanted to film because of the fact that these drum heads have such a reduced volume. Now, a couple of other cool things that I like about these drum heads. First off is they're actually like drum heads. It's not like you put a pad on top of your drums. I used to have those. Never really liked them because you don't have any sort of versatility in how you want it to feel. It feels like you're hitting this rubber thing, this rubber pad that just sits on top of your drum. And now it works, don't get me wrong, those things quieted the drums a lot. Still wasn't as quiet as these because you still have both drum heads on there. But the thing about this is that if you want more tension, say your snare drum's really, really tight usually, you can tighten it up. You just get your drum key and you tighten it like you normally would a snare drum. And so you'll get more tension. Say you want your floor tom not have as much rebound. That's the rebound on my snare drum. That's the rebound on my floor tom. I want them to feel like the actual drums that I'm playing. And so I have them tuned accordingly. There's a lot more give to my floor tom than there is to my snare drum. That's the same amount of power pretty much applied to both. And so when I play on the floor tom, the drumsticks don't come back off the drum as much. And so that's a really positive thing about these, is that you can adjust the feel of the actual heads to match the feel that your toms or your snare or your kick drum usually have. That way, when you're practicing, it's not like, you know, you've played on the, you may have played on like the Roland V drums where they have the mesh heads. Now those are fun to play on, but a lot of times you can't really get them to feel the exact same way as normal drum heads, and so you hit it and your stick's like bouncing way back here. And so that was something I was worried about when I saw these drum heads. Was I was thinking, you know, they're mesh heads. I'm not going to like them because they're not going to feel very natural. But in all honesty, they feel pretty natural. It's not perfect. I'd say maybe 75, 80%, 85%, depending on how well you set it up to feel like your drums. And so for me, as far as practice tools go, that's actually much closer than most of the practice pads and stuff you would be playing on. And so it just feels good. It feels nice to be able to sit here and just play this. So yeah, that is the number 2 cool thing I like about them, is the ability to change the tension and really match the feel that you want it to feel. Third is the fact that it retains some of the tone. I still have the resonant heads on these drums, so I only had to change out the top, which does save time. You can get the same heads for the bottom as well, or you could just not have heads on the bottom, and I'm pretty sure it would be even quieter. I haven't messed around with that because I didn't want to take the time to take the bottom heads off. So with the bottom heads still on, the reso heads on, you get the tone of the drum still. So when you play, it's kind of like you're playing a normal kit. You can do those fills, and you hear the tone, the melody, or the note of the drum getting lower as you go down, and that's pretty cool. Your snare drum, depending on how you tune it, you can actually still get snare buzz from it. The way my snare drum is tuned, I have the snares pretty much as tight as they'll go, and so you only hear a very small amount of snare buzz when you hit it as hard as you can. But the snare I saw it on at NAMM, and some of the videos I've seen Remo put out, they have the snares a lot looser, and so you're able to hear that snare sound too. So you got the whole drum set sound, got the kick, got the low end from the kick. So you got those sounds, you got the tones all around the kit, you got the feel all around the kit, and you have much quieter, reduced volume practice. So that's the cool things about the Remo Silentstroke heads. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you want this set of Remo Silentstroke heads for yourself, leave a comment below and tell me why you would love to have these drum heads and why you need them for practice. I'm going to have to put my normal heads back on the kit to do my normal videos. I don't really need the low volume practice as much. So I'm going to go ahead and give away this set of drum heads to somebody who needs them for their practice at home. So let me know down below what you think, and why you like them, why you don't like them, and also let me know if you want to win this set of drum heads. Alright, and as a little bit of a end of the video thing, I'm going to play a little bit more, and I'm just going to show you the volume between these drum heads and electronic cymbals. These are the electronic cymbals from the Pearl ePro Live drum set. I brought them down here just to show you kind of the approximate volume between the two. And then I will also hit a couple of these cymbals, but be very, very careful because most likely it's going to be very, very, very loud in your speakers. So you may want to turn it down a little bit here. All right, let's have a little fun.